I'm Kevin Sinfield. I'm a former rugby league player at Leeds Rhinos. Played for England too.
He is absolutely on the money, Gary Hetherington. What a kick in these conditions from Kevin Sinfield.
I first met Marwan when I was a player with England Rugby League. He was our doctor. I always felt he'd get things done and he'd always want to help. My time working with Marwan when I was England captain was great. It was built on a couple of years before that of being there as a player and having trust. I think that's a crucial thing in professional sport. If you truly trust the guys you work with, it means you can go on and do some great things together. And yeah, I trusted Marwan. I thought it was great around the group. I thought he was, your backroom team is so important to the culture and the harmony and how high performing you can be. And Marwan, knowing him pretty well, kept himself fit, was a high performer himself, and that transferred across to his work with us as a doctor. And first and foremost, you want your doctor to care about the lads, and that was his priority. That was the thing we saw every single day, and I really enjoy working with him. You can pick the phone up and say, I've got an issue with this, can you help? And how willing and supportive they are to the cause, but also to yourself. They know your history, they know your character. That's really, really beneficial, and you always know you're in the best hands possible. There are a lot of qualities. Personable, he cares, and there's trust there. So, you add those three together and you've got a pretty special doc. But I think as a player, or now in normal life, to understand somebody's willing to unearth every stone, to pick it up and have a look underneath, to challenge possibly what some of the scans say, and have an understanding of actually how you're moving and what's going on, rather than just looking at the pictures, and to have a real holistic view on it, understand me. I think it's really important. I never felt at any point with Marwan that it was a no. I never felt you can't do this. I always felt everything were a possibility, and to have somebody who's that positive around you and who's willing to find a way to get you right, it's really important. To see the way Marwan went above and beyond. I would say the biggest one throughout this was the handling of Rob. Rob being diagnosed with MND, how that was handled compassionately and with empathy and with the urgency it required was the one that stood out, and I'm not quite sure where we'd have been without Marwan at that time. You want a doctor to care about you, you want a doctor you can trust, you want a doctor you can confide in, you also want a doctor who's going to make things happen, and Marwan will do all of the above.